Good morning. This morning, I would like to address some misconceptions about the BRICS process and the BRICS conference, which just finished in Brazil over the last days. This is July 10th, and this is the morning update for the LaRouche organization. President Donald Trump, a couple of days ago, said, quote, BRICS was set up to degenerate our dollar, to take our dollar, take it off the standard, unquote, and then said the result would be as bad as, quote, losing a war, as losing a world war, unquote. What is he talking about? First of all, the destruction of the US dollar has been done by the American government, particularly when Nixon decoupled it from the gold reserve system. And then on top of that, we shut down all of our manufacturing and industry and turned the dollar into an instrument of speculation. The BRICS nations are not even talking about creating an alternative currency. They're simply saying, if you're going to use the dollar as a weapon against our nations, we will go ahead and trade in our own currencies because we don't see the need to starve to death for the sake of propping up your system. And by the way, your people aren't doing so well either. Now, the Russian foreign minister speaking at the BRICS conference quoted Putin. He said, addressing the BRICS summit via video conference, President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, said that the old-time system primarily catered to the interests of the golden billion. This era is receding into the past. Everyone prioritizes principles being promoted by BRICS as the foundation of a truly multilateral, equitable, and mutually beneficial cooperation between all countries. For example, you don't see President Putin going over to Brazil, wagging his finger at them about how they're to run their country. You do see President Trump threatening to impose 50% tariffs on the nation if they don't let Bolsonaro out of the legal investigations that are going on. The BRICS nations are not meddling in each other's business. They are working to eradicate poverty and to create a more equitable world. At the end of the BRICS conference, it was announced that China and Brazil had signed a memorandum of understanding to build at long last the transoceanic corridor. Nothing should make the United States happier. Abraham Lincoln fought even through the Civil War to build the Transcontinental Railroad in the United States, which was completed after his death, because he knew that if we were ever going to develop the heartland of the country, you had to have a reliable transportation corridor. And then later, as we celebrating the 200th anniversary of the Erie Canal, which was completed in 1825, which transformed not only the state of New York, but opened up the entire heartland of the United States for manufacturing and industry. Therefore, the way to the future is not to print a lot of dollars to give to Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, British Aerospace, and Boeing to produce weapons of war, which frankly we do rather badly, slowly, and at massive expense. But why not retool those companies to build modern high-speed rail? In China, there is a saying, to end poverty, build a road. What is the condition of the roads in the United States today? What is the condition of our rail system? Did you know there are 3 train derailments per day in the United States? Do you think that might have an effect on trade? So the solution to the quote unquote problem of the BRICS is 1, it is not a problem. 2, we should hold what they are doing up to ourselves and remember that what they are doing is merely what the United States did when we were in our right mind and we had a revolution of independence. We liberated ourselves from the British Empire, and it's time that we do so again today.